guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shay. I'm a marketing and brand consultant based in Toronto, Canada. How have you guys been? Today I'm wearing a new lip color. Can you see? It looks darker in person than it does on camera. I feel like it looks a bit pink on camera, but it's actually dark purple. So yeah, let's get right into it because I don't like it when I see videos and then they go on and on and on and on and don't get to the point until like halfway through the video. So yeah, let's talk about personal branding. If you hear noises, it's because I'm playing with my pen. I'm like fiddling with my pen. So yeah, let's talk about branding first and then we'll get into personal branding. So when people hear the word brand, or when I hear people describe the word brand, it seems to me people think it means like a logo or the brand color. Like people tend to associate a brand just, solely with the visual images and the visual elements of a company. Now, obviously, a brand is so much more than that. A brand could be the feeling associated with the company. The brand could very well be the logo. The brand is, the audio elements. It could be a jingle. The brand could be the customer service experience you have. The brand could be the HR experience you have with an organization. So the brand is actually a culmination of various elements, various moving parts within an organization. So brand is not just one thing. It's like a fusion of both tangible and intangible elements. So now that that's out of the way, definition, let's get into personal branding. So as an individual, you are a brand. And the sooner you realize that, the better for your life, because classifying yourself as an individual, as a brand, is what sets you apart from other people. And as we go on and on in life, in the job market, in the business market, things are so competitive. There's so much noise. So it's very important to make yourself distinct. It's very important to stand out. And it's very important to leverage that thing that you have that no one else has. And that is you. And that is your personal brand, because no one else can have your specific personal brand. In the same way that brands spend a lot of money, spend a lot of time, spend a lot of energy in growing and building and solidifying their brands in whatever industry they're in, is the same way ourselves as individuals have to do it. The reason why brands do this is not because they have money to waste, it's because they understand the benefits. I always give the example of if you have two white shirts and one has, a Gucci logo on it, same quality, same material, they're probably both made in China. The one with the Gucci logo on it could possibly cost up to 500 times more than the plain one without the logo on it. And that's the power of a brand. It goes the same with even coffee. You get coffee for $1 here, you go to Starbucks and the coffee costs like $6. That's the power of a brand. So it doesn't necessarily mean the tangible features and the quality of the product. Sometimes it's just the fact that the logo is on it, and that is the strength that the brand carries. Now think of yourself as an individual. How are you differentiating yourself and how are you building your brand to make sure that wherever your name is, you also carry that weight and you also carry that value? I hope my face is not all up in this camera like that. So yeah, you have to think of yourself as an individual so that your name carries weight in the same way these brands' names carry weight on their products. Now, there's several reasons why you have to build your own personal brand, and I'll get into it. First one, let's talk about controlling your own narrative. It's very important, as you know, to control your own narrative, because if you don't, someone else will control it for you. In controlling your narrative, you decide how you want to be seen as. You decide how you want to be perceived as. You decide how people view you. And that's a very powerful tool to have. If you don't take control of that, anyone is just going to come to whatever conclusion they have about you. Take, for example, you're in the job market, you're looking for a job and all that good stuff. If a recruiter Googles your name, what are they going to find? Side eye. In fact, that's the first exercise of today. Google your name and tell me what you find. In controlling my narrative, I know that if someone Googles my name, they're only going to see good stuff. They're only going to see articles related to marketing, related to branding. If they end up on my social media pages, it's probably going to be my business social media page. That is what I mean by controlling your own narrative. And it's very important so that you don't miss out on opportunities, you don't miss out on money, you don't miss out on the things you want. Now that brings me to the next reason why personal branding is important. Money, moolah, cash. When you build your personal brand to a certain extent, when you position yourself as a thought leader in whatever industry it is that you want to be, it brings in money. How so? For example, you could be called to be a speaker. You could be called to train and facilitate workshops. And this is me just giving examples of things I've done. You could be called to be a contributor and actually get some form of incentive. You could be offered jobs. People see you as a thought leader and they come to you because they believe you're an expert in whatever it is you've built your brand around. These are just some examples of how, you know, money can come from various areas. Even influencers, you see influencers on social media, because they've built such a strong brand on social media, people want to advertise on their social media platforms. You find people that are earning tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars for social media posts on their platforms because they've built such a strong brand. Now you may ask, you know, what are the ways I can build my personal brand? And I'll just get into a couple of them, just a couple few ways you can build your personal brand. The first one is consistency. In building your personal brand, you have to be consistent. You can't just do something once and then leave it, maybe a couple of weeks later, once, then leave it. For example, if you're consistently posting content around a certain topic, after a while, eventually people tend to associate you with that topic. And when they have any questions or when they need services or when they need help with regards to that topic or whatever it is, they're going to come to you because they see you as that thought leader. They see you as the person that knows everything there is about that thing. Now you have to be consistent in it because that also shows to your potential customers or to your target audience that you're actually a serious person and you follow through. And also because it takes a person I believe it's about 8 to 10 times of seeing a brand or seeing a person over and over for it to register in their minds. So if someone just sees you once, they don't see you again, you get the point. Another way you can build your personal brand is to promote who you are and what you stand for. Now, in promoting who you are, you do not want to be a noisemaker. You do not want to be like, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. In promoting who you are, you want to be adding value in some way. Now, take for example myself. I'm making a video on personal branding to help other people who want to build their personal brands, right? I'm promoting who I am, but I'm adding value to you because this is a valuable video. So it's important not to just make it all about you. Come and buy what I'm selling. Come and use my services. Me, I, and all that stuff. That's a huge turn off, and that's going to turn people off, and that's probably going to get you blocked or unfollowed. But yeah, it's important because at the end of the day, no one is going to come to look for you in your house. You render a service to them if they don't know who you are, what you do. Even if they do, who has time to come and be looking for you except you're like Oprah or something? So it's very important to put yourself out there. Whatever fears you have to be able to put yourself out there. Even in, I give the example because I like to use the examples of in the office because, you know, some people feel like personal brand is for only people that are in business. No, even if you work in an office, you work in 9 to 5, you have to put yourself out there as a credible person, as someone that knows what they're doing, as someone that is reliable, as someone that can be trusted in a certain area. You find out that when there's time for promotions, when there's time for advancement, when there's time for like courses, time for this, time for that, you know, higher management is going to look to you because you are that reliable source of help or of information. Another way to build your personal brand is collaboration. By collaborating with people who already exist in the space, and I don't want to say piggybacking, but piggybacking, you know, and leveraging their audience is a great way to build your personal brand because in leveraging their established audience and their established fan base, it's a great way to get that exposure. Now, you can't just collaborate with anyone. It has to make sense to your personal brand. It has to make sense to your product or to your service or whatever it is you have to offer. That influencer or that person or whoever it is you're collaborating with has to have a complementary service or a similar service to what it is that you offer so that it's a mutually beneficial relationship. That person also has to be able to gain some value from you so that it's not one-sided. So think of your industry, think of whatever you're building your brand around. Who can I collaborate with that offers something similar or that offers something, you know, complementary? Think peanut butter and jelly, think bread and egg, you know, complementary. Tea and sugar. What service do you offer? What are similar services that other people offer, and how can we collaborate? And you can reach out to these people on social media, via email, you know, you could send them messages on LinkedIn, but be sure to offer value. Let them know what value it is they can gain as well from collaborating with you. The final tip I have about building your personal brand is developing your skills. It's so important to not only talk the talk, but walk the walk. There is nothing worse than being given an opportunity after you've portrayed yourself in a certain way and you just feel miserably because you have nothing to offer. If you're someone that's showing themselves as a marketing expert, you have to, you know your onions. And that doesn't mean you have to go and get an MBA like me. No, you have to spend time reading. You have to be on top of the latest industry trends. You know, sign up for newsletters, take free courses online. It's 2020. There is no reason anyone should be ignorant, especially on things that they swear they know about, you know. And no one knows every single thing in the world about, you know, every topic. But if you're positioning yourself as, you know, a thought leader or an industry leader or an expert on something, then you have to have the skills, you have to have the knowledge to back it up. So it's very, very, very important for your personal brand to know what you're talking about and to have put into action the things that you're talking about. You can just imagine someone that has built their brand around marketing, let's say for example, and they're hired as a speaker at a marketing conference, and someone is asking them about target audience and they're like, what is that, you know? So that's just an extreme example. So it's very important for you to know what you're talking about, talk the talk, walk the walk, have the, you know, skills to back it up, have the knowledge to back it up, do your research, learn as much as possible, and consistently learn, consistently consume knowledge. Don't just rely on the course you took, you know, 2 years ago. You have to be consistent in developing your skills and developing your knowledge. So I hope this video was helpful in some way. I hope you guys like my lipstick. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. Let me know if you like videos like this. Or if you have any suggestions on the next couple of videos I should do. I am very open to listening to you guys. Anywho, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.